Do you ever get lost when you're watching a movie or speaking to someone in English? English is my first language, and over the past few months, I've studied how English learners can get fluent as fast as possible, and how to speak with confidence. I'll show you how you can understand fast English, so you don't get lost when you're speaking to people or watching videos. Before I start, I have to tell you, I lied to you. Understanding everything that you hear in English, it's almost impossible. There are so many different accents and ways of pronouncing words that even native speakers can't understand every word. Like, there are some people I speak to and I have no idea what they're saying. However, there's one way to understand almost all the English you hear, regardless of how fast or slow it is. The way to understand nearly all of the English that you hear is to listen to audiobooks. But why audiobooks? When you listen to audiobooks, you train your listening, which is the best thing that you can do to understand English. You learn how words are pronounced and how people from America or the UK actually speak. You learn new vocabulary and you gain confidence when you speak, because you'll be able to give better responses because you actually heard what they said to you. These are all good things, but there are two rules that you want to follow when you listen to audiobooks. You probably haven't thought of the second rule, but the first rule is to listen to stories that you enjoy. When you listen to stories that you enjoy, you pay more attention to the story, which means your listening will improve more. The second tip is really useful if you're learning English to go to a foreign country, and it's to listen to lots of different audiobooks at different speeds. Every audiobook will have a different accent and a different way of pronouncing words, and so listening to lots of different books will expose you to lots of accents and lots of different words. But when you speak to a native English speaker, they won't speak at the same speed as an audiobook. They'll probably speak a lot faster, and that's why it's important to listen to audiobooks at different speeds. You don't have to listen to every single book at a super fast speed, but once you get comfortable listening to books at a regular pace, you can increase the speed by 0.1. I know that with Amazon books, it goes from 0.5 to up to 3 times speed. And obviously the books start at 1 time speed, so you can start going up to 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4. Now you want the story to be fast enough, where you have to pay attention to hear the words, but not so fast that you can't understand anything. But now that you know what you have to do when you're listening to audiobooks, you probably have 2 questions. Where do you find audiobooks, and how often should you practice? And I'll answer the second question first. I recommend listening to audiobooks for at least 30 minutes a day. But if you can practice for longer, definitely do. When you practice, the best way to learn is to sit down with no distractions. This will help you improve the fastest, because you'll be able to focus entirely on the book. And now on to the second question. I'll leave 2 websites in the description, and they'll both be free. The first will help you start with audiobooks, and the second is for when you're more advanced. But both of them will help you learn and improve your listening skills. Listening to audiobooks will help you have better conversations, but you still need to practice your speaking. If you want to practice your speaking with me or 48 different people, join my free community below.